कोई नहीं, मैं ऊपर ही जा रहा हूँ।
Just a moment. Namaste to all. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for the institutional and individual sharing, wherein we are also saying it's a pleasure to inform that we had Mars Barcelona Institute, who is a College of Engineering and Technology, who has been our organizing partner. And they have done a tremendous work with respect to the UHV. It's a pleasure to hear what is the work progress that they have done with the UHV to hear from. Because their vision, institution vision, is to be an institution molding globally competent professionals as epitomes of noble values. So, to meet their vision, they have maintained their mission to transform the youth as technically competent, ethically sound, and socially committed professionals by providing a vibrant learning ambience for the welfare of humanity. And this is possible if we have the holistic education, not just the materialistic education. So the focus of this Mars Barcelona College of Engineering and Technology is to incorporate this. And I welcome their principal, Dr. Vishwanath Raoji, to present their PPT with respect to UHV. Thank you, sir, for joining and giving your valuable time to be with us. Over to you, sir.
Madam. Thank you, madam. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir, perfectly. You're perfectly audible and clear in voice also. And your PPT is also visible.
Yeah, let me check whether I'm able to move my PPT. I think the slide is not moving.
You can go to the PPT, double click on that, sir.
Yeah.
No.
I
Can
think
you
it
stop?
is.
Share it once again.
Yeah. Yeah, can you see the slides? But I think it's not in the slide mode.
Yeah. First, you can keep in slideshow mode and then share the screen, sir. You can stop sharing. You can stop sharing. First, you keep the PPT in slideshow mode. You can use Alt Tab to go to the window wherein your PPT is there. Yeah, put it in slideshow mode and then come back to the Zoom window and click on share screen.
Yeah, now should I do Alt Tab again?
Yeah, Alt Tab and then you can come to the Zoom window.
I think when I do Alt Tab, it goes back. I think when it goes to the slide mode, I'm not getting the Alt Tab of the
You can
Zoom.
come to the Zoom window and click on the share option.
Should I rejoin?
Yeah, no issues, sir. We'll wait for you.
Okay. It says I'm already joined.
Yeah, you can leave the room and then you can rejoin. Today we have not just the institution. Now we have not just the institution sharing, but we also have the individual sharing. For the individual sharing, we have Anita Maniji and Sophie ji will be joining us soon for their individual sharing. Vishwanath Rao ji is there at the backstage who will be joining us soon. And once he joins, we'll start with the session. You can double click on the screen, sir. You can click on slideshow mode. Yeah, it's moved. Perfect, sir. Please go.
Yeah, sorry for the trouble.
It's okay.
Yeah, so let me start off.
Yes.
So, respected dignitaries and Madam Ishrat Mira Zana and other delegates who have joined, very warm good afternoon to all of you. I am representing the Mar Basilius College of Engineering and Technology. Actually, MBCT was established in the year 2002 by the Archdiocese of Trivandrum, and it is managed by the Malankara Educational Society. And we have actually undergraduate programs, postgraduate programs, as well as research programs. And we are currently affiliated to the APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University. At the same time, we have become autonomous in the year 2020. So we are also an autonomous institution. 5 of our programs are NBA accredited, as well as we are a NAC-A accredited institution. So as far as the topic that is of relevance to us, I would like to say that this institution has been established focusing on value education, and throughout values have been given a lot of importance. And with specific to the UHV activities, the UHV MBCT cell was constituted in October 21, 2021. And at the time, it was Dr. Abraham T. Matthew, the ex-principal, and now I am the one in charge. And we are having a very strong team of who are very, dedicated and committed with all these activities of UHV. We have one of the very senior members, Dr. S. Usha Kumari, who is the professor of the electrical department, as well as she is the dean of the corporate relations team. And of course, there are other members who are one from representing each department. And also we have representations from technical staff as well as the other segments of the institution. Now, as far as the FDPs attended, 90 staff, faculty as well as technical staff, they have attended the introductory UHV, and UHV 1 has been attended by 10 faculty members, and UHV 2 by 12 of them. And some of our senior faculty members who are very active in UHV, Dr. Elizabeth C. Kurula and Dr. Usha Kumari S. They have actually, along with other members, have been, volunteer. I mean, they have participated in the regional conference for UHV volunteers from 28th to 30th April. That was in Bangalore. And the senior faculty, Dr. Usha Kumari, yes, she has attended actually the introductory workshop 5 times, UHV refresher part 1 and part 2, UHV 2 times, and volunteered meetings at Bangalore, Pune, Kochi University. And she has been attending the morning sessions regularly from 5:30 to 6:30, and the weekly meetings, sharing the content to different groups. So this has been going on in a very active way. Now, as far as the courses that are being run in the institution, we have the UHV program for the 3 branches since this year. That is the second year that's actually we had a scheme from 2022 to 2022. And for the next semester, we have UHV 2 for all the BTech programs, and we are giving credit for the course. And of course, as part of the ACT SIP program, all branches we have, given the UHV classes, the introductory portion, and now for MTech students also we have introduced the UHV program. Our UHV cell MBCT conducted an awareness program on the topic incorporating universal human values. This was on 21/5/2022, and after creating an awareness, a 5-day face-to-face faculty development program was conducted in our campus. And this was, of course, as part of the AACT program. And Professor Umesh Jadhav ji, member in CCIP and ACT, he was a resource person. It was a very, very effective program for all the faculty who attended this. Here you can see some of the snapshots of the program, different programs that were conducted over these periods, the inauguration as well as the sessions being taken. Now, in addition to this, for our housekeeping and security staff of our college, there was also an orientation program conducted on universal human values on 8/10/2022 by Dr. Elizabeth C. Kurula and Dr. S. Usha Kumari teacher. And again, during SIP, 15 lessons of AACT teaching material as as guided by the AACT principles have been conducted over 2 weeks during the SIP. And the same thing is being followed in 2023 as well as the newly entered batch this year, 2024. We have conducted programs for all the first year students who joined the institute. Then, of course, apart from the regular UHV cell programs, meetings are conducted regularly at the college level, and workshops were conducted for 2nd and 4th semester students in 2023. And after these workshops, we are also doing follow-up classes for senior students, which is just to reinforce whatever they have learned and in order to continue practicing them. Of course, here you can see a list of activities that were conducted at various periods. And in addition to some of the programs, you can see there was also an effective academic governance through behavioral skills program conducted for about 50 faculty members. Then also you can see, just as a social outreach and a better involvement for the students and faculty, a trip to Nayar Dam was organized so that students, they understand the nature better and how to have harmony with nature. So this is something which was very useful. And of course, in addition, there are outreach programs where books and stationery items were distributed to the children of those who are really economically weak. And this actually inculcates in our students a better feel, a kind of empathy for others. So these are again some of the snapshots. This is a session handled for our technical staff by Dr. Elizabeth Teacher. And this is another event on behavioral skills attended by our faculty. This is the one which I mentioned, the team involving faculty and students to the Nayar Dam to have a better understanding of the nature and to evolve some harmony with nature. These are again, programs which were conducted subsequently involving faculty. Now, as far as we are concerned, we have a very clear action plan to follow up with respect to the human values aspect. The first one is regarding mentoring senior students. Senior students mentoring junior students, because we are already now training some of the senior students, and we are thinking they can be brought in so as to mentor the junior students, as well as for them to reiterate the values among themselves. In the same way, mentoring and faculty in our sister institutions. As far as our engineering college is concerned, it is located at a campus which is known as Marianis Vidyanagar, which has about 18 educational institutions, which are all our sister institutions. So it's a nice place for us to, introduce UHV and mentor students and faculty in our sister institutions. So that is another thing we're really looking forward to. And then another initiative could be mentoring company employees. We have a number of companies around in Trivandrum. Technopark is there, so we can always identify, companies where the employees will be interested to go through the mentoring sessions. In addition to that, of course, there are a number of colleges in the neighborhood, so we can also approach them. Then, of course, outreach programs could be conducted in collaboration with all these other stakeholders. Then we also have our NSS wing, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan group. So again, outreach programs jointly with these teams could be conducted. There are also a number of clubs and cells which are there in the institution. They can also be part of all our activities. So we are trying to bring everybody together so that we can have a more effective delivery of the value system. Now, just to share the impact of what all we have done so far, based on the feedback, different people, different participants have shared their experience. The first one is about helping them reduce screen time. We all know in the modern times we are all addicted to the digital gadgets, and a lot of time is spent on screen. And by going through the UHV courses, some of them have given the feedback that they have realized a lot of time they have been wasting in gadgets on unproductive things. And through better realization, they have started reducing the screen time usage in gadgets. Second one is about time management. Some of them have given inputs that because of a more disciplined way of looking at oneself, they have learned to manage the time better. And of course, related to emotions, better anger management. And the mind and body, as we know, they are well connected. And once we are having a better condition for our well-being, the mind, it also brings in better physical health. Then relationship with family members. On many occasions, we don't understand each other and we don't understand the need of each other and also the contributions of each other. And once we start realizing these things, definitely the relationship with family members becomes much better. And definitely self-confidence, understanding self, and harmony in self. Harmony in self and family is very important. And some of them say they are having a much better environment in family because they have started realizing things through the UHV courses. Again, these are all part of the value additions. You start realizing many things, and that also leads to happiness, trust, And again, certain behaviors, which, here one of the feedback is that curbing the habit of excessive shopping because you realize what you need. There are on many occasions you bring in a lot of things which are really not needed. Only when you realize that, it becomes more meaningful. What you do in life becomes more meaningful. And that can be used for many other places where there is real need. In the same way, of course, better understanding between students and teachers, that all has helped. And this is just for completion. We have captured some of the feedback and comments given by different, participants. And I should mention that Dr. Usha Kumari is one of our very senior faculty. She has been contributing quite a lot to this program, and she is also contributing to many other institutions in and around by taking sessions there. And it has been, really worth spending time and effort on this. And of course, our senior faculty, many of them are there, including Dr. Veena. And we can see that the testimony is provided by different people who have gone through the UHV program has been very useful. It has been a game-changing action. So these are all again captured from that. And with that, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you. Thank you all for your patient listening.
It was wonderful to hear about the works that has been done by the Mass Basiliana College of Engineering and Technology.
Thank you.
As
Thank you,
you
madam.
said, your faculty are well trained and they are doing extensive work. And it's good to know that there are some outcomes, especially the outcome of reduced screen time, the time management, and the anger management, which is a very important aspect when we talk about peace and harmony. That is very crucial point which needs to be focused. The physical health, the relationship, feelings, understanding the true meaning of uh, prosperity. Accordingly, they decide about what is important and what is not. Truly speaking, the focus is being very vital, and the progress that has been done is tremendous. We look forward for much more progress and hope that your college becomes a nodal center in your region so that other institutions will also have a follow-up and we can spread this word of peace and harmony together for a human society. Thank you so much, sir. And
Thank you.
now I request anyone, if they have any queries, to put forward to Vishwanath Raoji, who is with us, to share his experiences.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
जी विश्वनाथ जी नमस्ते डॉक्टर प्रशांत here.
Yeah, namaste, Prasad ji.
जी so my question is
Yeah.
how you are finding difference nowadays in the students, earlier students, and during this era of the UHV learning, we are giving them learning or some understanding about UHV. So can you find the difference, if at all? Thank you ji.
Thank you, Prasad ji. Very good question. Actually, I feel this is this requires a very continued effort from all of us. What we can see is we can see changes when we address a particular class or a particular group of students. There is always one segment of the students who really, understand that and they would like to follow up on that. And that makes a very good difference. There is a change in the way they, do things. They are more considerate to others, and they look more happy. They want to, volunteer more. These are the things we can see.
Yeah.
But I cannot say that it's a total change.
Okay.
Slowly we need to bring up. Yeah.
But at the same time, they will be watching changes in the teacher itself, isn't it?
Exactly.
No.
That's a very right.
Because during these 3 years, we teachers are improved, and that's why our teaching is also improved. So that is
exactly. Exactly. It's a very valid point from your side.
Yeah. Thank you. Ji, namaste.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any further questions? That was, yeah.
Yeah. Namaste, Vishwanath Rao sir.
Namaste. Sunil
Nice to
sir.
listen to you again. Yeah.
Yeah, Sunil sir, right.
I
Yeah,
could listen to you in the previous rehearsal also, but
okay.
through the YouTube recording only.
Right.
And then I was there for this interview with
For the
you.
interview, right. Yeah,
Yeah. And also I could share something with the students of a master's program over there for a full day. And
exactly.
then again in the online in the next
Yeah,
week. So it was nice
right.
sharing
Yeah,
with your students, nice interaction with your students. I would like to say that the college has been um, consistently moving forward in this value education. That is something which I could feel when I went over there. As well as I have been associated with many other facets with the Marble Celius College. And the interaction with the students, that is what I try to project over here. That I could see that all the students have at least one takeaway from their side. After they attended this UHB2 program in their master's program, they have at least one takeaway. That's what one thing I could notice. Though there were very few questions during that session interaction with me, those questions were very relevant. Now, my question to you is that how do you take it forward? Do you also offer some follow-up programs, particularly for the students? I know that the UHB cell may be meeting occasionally,
yeah.
but for the students, maybe after their educational program also, do you offer some follow-up programs for the UHB, like UHB meetings, weekly
Yeah,
meetings or monthly meeting like that?
right. Yes, we
Yeah.
have some plans to follow up, especially to make it effective. As I said, that has to be practiced. So what we are thinking is probably identify some students who have already completed course. We can make out where it has been effective. We can form some group and bring them also in when we start addressing the junior teams, so that sometimes it's more effective when their own students or the senior students communicate to them. They understand the language much better. So that is one thing we thought it will be more effective. So along with the faculty who are addressing, we want to form student groups who will be able to, mentor the junior students along with the guidance of the faculty. That's what one thing we would like to take up.
Thank you, sir. That is nice to listen from you.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you,
you.
Sunil. Right.
Thank you.
Any further queries or any suggestions? Sir, as an administrator, how do you feel that UHV has helped you in terms of faculty, students, and for self?
Actually, if you ask me this question, what I have been thinking in my mind is we see a lot of change in the younger generations, and we find that there is a lot of distraction, to be very frank, because they want to do many things which they like to do, and at times they may not really know the consequences. So it's more like, kind of freedom which may not be the true freedom that we are thinking of. So there is a lot of distraction. There is a lot of effort to do whatever is whatever they feel like. So this kind of a process we feel is good to bring them back into some focus. That is very important. The focus is not there for students, especially when we take classes or when you try to address them. They have different things in there. So when we talk about UHV, when the value system gets incorporated, I feel they become more focused. And when they become more focused, it will, contribute to them in many ways in terms of having growing up as a more, I mean, a person who has more values which can be useful to the society. And we actually conduct many programs also where the students are involved in outreach, okay, in terms of helping those needy. We have the society around where they go out and start working with them. And when we combine these two, providing the value in classrooms and in addition taking them out to practice those values, I think they become very, very productive. from the earlier case where I mentioned at this stage, they are more distracted. You know, their potential is being utilized in a far, far better. That's what I see.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Any further queries? It was wonderful to hear it from you, sir, your experiences and what is the progress that is made by the Mass Barcelona College of Engineering and Technology. Along with it, like it would be better, like if we can hear from your faculty also how their experience would be, and we'll be looking forward for much more collaboration from your institute. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure, sure. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Veena-ji, do you want to share something on behalf of your institute?
Namaste, Didi.
Namaste, Didi.
What we have seen as teachers is that there is kind of more understanding between the students and teachers.
Didi, can you on your camera if it is feasible for
Yeah,
you?
just one second.
Yeah, thank you, Didi.
Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
Didi.
yes,
Yes,
Yeah.
can
Didi,
hear.
you're visible. Yeah.
So what we see here is that connection between the students and teachers, the barrier is less now. So they can interact more freely. The students can come up to the teachers. So that is one thing which has really changed. So other than that, the students feel that they can talk about anything. Earlier, it was only the academic issues that they were willing to come up to talk about. So that is one thing. And as teachers, we have become more patient. So any unruly kind of behavior by the students is addressed in a very different manner by us now. So, that is one thing, like that understanding has really changed now.
Truly said. Yeah. The thing is, though we talk about the transformation in the students, we can ourselves see that we have transformed a lot when we are exploring our UHV journey. It's a journey that's a very great journey that we have begun together. Thank you so much, Didi, for sharing your experience.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anybody has anything to share on this platform? The forum is open for sharing, because the other two individual sharing, Sophie ji and Anita ji, could not join right now for the session. That's the reason we have this discussion open. As we can see, like the UHV content, when we are exploring, we see without our knowing, when we explore the content, we see a transformation within us. So that will help us not just for self, but the people around us also will have that experience within them. And that's how we get the feedback like, yes, we are bringing about a change within us and with the people around us, with the community and all. So it's important that we spread the UHV enlightenment to each and every one so that we can have a harmonious society and we have a world view with respect to the creating a harmonious and peaceful society to live in. And we have the next generations live in happiness and prosperity in continuity, not just from materialistic perspective, but from the holistic perspective. Thank you all. Is there anything anyone wants to share?
I think Didi, we can listen from Usha Kumari Didi also. She is there in the attendees
Yeah.
list.
Namaste, Usha Kumari ji. Usha Kumari ji is there in attendees. Can you unmute yourself, Didi? I think Didi will be joining us in panelist. I'll wait for a few minutes. It was a great experience when I met Usha ji during our UHV. We had a volunteers meet last year. During that meeting, we happened to meet each other. So a lot of learning experience I can gain with Usha ji. Can the mic be provided to Usha Kumari ji? Anil ji, can you make Usha Kumari ji the panelist?
Yeah, I'm just trying, but it's not
Okay.
responding.
Okay, fine, no problem. Prashant Bhaiya, can we hear from you when you started your UHV journey and how was your journey? I know this is an unexpected one, but
No.
sorry.
Okay, we are there as we are UHU volunteers. We should be ready with the UHU point of view always. Ji Didi, I hope I will get to 2 minutes, 1 minute.
Yeah, definitely. You have more than 5 minutes.
No. Well, I started my journey around 2020 it was. So I started attending during this pandemic as there was no classes and all these. It was in this only means that pandemic, this UHV started developing into amongst we all teachers. I continuously attended 3, 4, 5 workshops online during this 21. Then 22, I suddenly got a call from Umesh ji of our Western region volunteer, senior volunteer. And he given the chance me, will you conduct the FDP at your college being LPC? So immediately because I know my principal has faith in me and he knows I am doing well in UHV and doing all plantation and all. So immediately on the phone call, I told yes. So then all formality of the ICT was done. And then I got the letter, approval, money also around 1.5 lakhs. And with the help of my brother, my younger brother is joint director of technical education here. He is principal of the Polytechnic also. So with his help, I could collect, you can say, or connect with the 92 persons from the region all over India. Out of that 92, around 50 were from Nagpur region only of 40, 45 engineering colleges. So with this, my starting, I was with this, and then Vinay Chidriji sent me he was a co-facilitator, and Mahesh Kore was the observer. He sent me the link of the morning session, and with the help of the Sunil Bhaiya, I am exploring in the morning session right from the 5 a.m. means 5:30. I am joining sharp, and both the sessions. And as a effect that my whole family right now or the 11th batch, my wife also started. She attended one FDP in Wardha with the Aparajita. Be sharing in the morning session. So likewise, so there is definitely impact. And what impacted? It is impact on the students. All my students, they are observing me, even in my teaching, even in my, you can see my face, you can say face readings or my expressions, they all with the, you can say happiness, and being happiness is the innateness. So I hope Didi, this is the very nice. That's why I first asked the Rao sir, so what is the improvement? So first improvement is in the teacher and then it is in the students. So thank you. Namaste, giving me the chance. Namaste.
Namaste, Prashant ji. It was great to hear you. As you said, your journey started from 2020, but you have been contributing tremendously. And when Umesh ji has identified, definitely there's a lot of potential. We look forward to you soon as a resource person for UHV in our
So
FTPs.
that will be the byproduct. But being happy and all the moments,
Yes.
that is my real gain. Of
But
course,
how to be happy also should be taught so that it can be
I
caught
have
by
taken,
others.
yeah, I have taken vacations for this 8 days conference. I am on vacation. I am at residence home only.
That's
Thank you.
that's very nice to hear from you.
Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste, Anita ji. We were waiting for you, Anita. Mani ji.
Namaste, Di.
Namaste, Didi. It's very nice to see you after a long, long time.
Yes, a very long
I
time.
know you're busy with other administrative work, but it's definitely will be pleasure to hear your experiences and your individual sharing. And we look forward to hear from you. Over to you, Didi. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Namaste to all. I'm Dr. Anita Santajimani from Sholapur, Maharashtra, India. We are a family of four. My father-in-law, who is 94, Narayan Mani, and continues to be in good health. My husband, my daughter, who is in her second year of engineering at Pimpri-Chinchwad University, and is staying in hostel. Although we have been living in three different places for the past 1.5 years, I can confidently say that we remain closely connected. I was introduced to universal human values in July 2020 through AICT email inviting us to enroll for the introductory faculty development program. During that time, due to COVID-19 pandemic, only administrative staff were available on the campus. So I felt it was a good opportunity to learn something new. And that decision was a very good decision on my part. I participated in the online introductory FDP in July-August 2020. From that point, or from that time, I can say, the transformation began within me. It did not happen overnight or even within a month or a year. Rather, it was a very gradual process. The changes in me have been observed by my colleagues and at my previous campus and with my family members, my relatives. I have worked with RM Dhariwal Sinhagad Management School, Kondhapuri, Pune, as an in-charge director and campus director starting in 2018. I initially joined the institute in 2016 as an associate professor and resigned from my position in this June 2024. When I first took up the role, it was a very challenging one. Reason is I was new to both the culture and the people there. When someone argued with me or tried to blame me, I would become really upset. I would often wonder why that person would say such a thing. It seemed to me that they spoke without considering whom they are addressing to. These thoughts would linger in my mind for nearly 2 to 3 hours, during which I noticed that my stomach would become upset, or I would develop a mild fever or even headaches. I would find myself contemplating how to respond, what action to take regarding the unethical behavior. Interestingly, the person who used the harsh word often move on and seem to be very happy, while I felt the burden about their negativity. However, I also observed that the next day I would often forget the incident and forgive them also, and forgive that person. What I have come to know or understood after that, during those 2 to 3 hours of unhappiness, I was at the fault. The words were just words. It was I who assigned meanings to them. And as a result, I allowed myself to be hurt. Ultimately, I was the one who made myself unhappy. This was the result of my own preconditioning. Now, if I want to see the changes in myself, particularly more important to me, my old Kondhapuri campus, where my family and I explored, discovered many things when I went through the proposal, I came to understand that human being is the coexistence of self and body. This realization helped me a lot. In the past, whenever I used to get angry or say even had certain clashes or difference of opinion, I would feel that my body would act very negatively. At time I could not even fully grasp of what is happening. But after attending the session and understanding the concept and self-exploring within myself, I could see the difference between the intention and the competence. The people I work with, they didn't have that intention to make me unhappy. Rather, I felt that their actions were connected in such a way that made me feel that way. However, I realized that this might simply lack their competence and that could have distanced themselves. This understanding helped me to recognize that their words were not meant to hurt me. This understanding, this realization made me much more calmer. For instance, there was faculty members who consistently made mistakes. I would remind them, read the documents before bringing it to me. They would respond defensively, saying I would always find faults in their work. I remember how my temper would rise. I could feel the heat within me. However, I could often feel disturbed for half a day or even carry that disturbance to the next day. Now, with the changes I have undergone through the sessions, through the self-exploration, now even if the same faculty or anyone else makes the mistakes repetitively, I calmly inform them and ensure that things work out as required. I recall another incident. It was in my school where there was an open day where we have parents coming and meeting the teachers. Now that time it happened that after the parents meeting, there was a meeting with the teachers with me, the headmistress and all the teachers had come to meet me. They shared the incident that had occurred and how they have responded to the parents. Many teachers came with an expectation that I would scold them. They even prayed before coming to meeting me, that fearing what would be my reaction. When I heard their concern, I responded by saying, how can we work on these issues? If there was a problem that you could not handle, you could have approached me or even called me. Once the meeting concluded, one of my faculty, the teachers there, thanked me for understanding them. They expressed relief, saying they thought they could not face me, but my words had made things much easier for them. They appreciated my ability to respond rather than to react to the situation. This journey, I can say, of self-discovery and emotional regulations not only improved my interactions with colleagues, but also positively impacted my relationship with my family members also. I have learned to communicate, that communication is the key. And approaching situation with the right understanding rather than defensively fosters more supportive environment. When I speak of relationship, I recall the bond shared with my supporting and non-supporting staff over the years. Say from 2016 to 2024, it's a long period. During festive occasion, I always made it a point to bring homemade sweets for them. On one instant that stand out with that is Bhaskar, one of my staff, what we can say supporting staff, who once remarked, after my mother, it is you who has taken care of us and shared sweet with the same love and affection. Such moments reflect the deep connection I developed with the people with whom I worked with. Now, if I see, here it happened that I always appreciate my supporting staff. If I have to say, my supporting staff, extended family members, that is Mrs. Thomre, Dinesh, my peon, his mother, who prepared meals for me. This generosity, I can say, was possible because of the relationship I nurtured within the campus. Even Atar, a school bus driver, I can say, and his family members would sometimes prepare meals for me when others were not available. This bond between my campus community and me was a testament to the mutual respect and care we developed over the years, over the time period. Initially, when my supporting staff faced issues, they would often express their frustration with a raised voice, which really left me unsettled. I used to perceive it as constant complaining without solution. However, over time, I learned to understand where things have gone wrong and their capability of each individual. Instead of reacting, I began to listen carefully, investigate the situation, collaboratively identify the solutions. This approach not only improved my communication, but also fostered a calmer and more content environment in the campus. Although not perfect, I can say, the campus became a more harmonious place, embodying a sense of prosperity, understanding, and a shared responsibility. One key lesson I have learned that sharing values and contents is meaningful only when they are first internalized. Means that is, if I do it, I can say others to work on it. When we truly embody the principles we seek, others are more willing to accept and engage with them. I had the opportunity to conduct an introductory workshop on universal human values for the teaching, non-teaching, and supporting staff, as well as for the school and college teachers. Now, this was possible due to the support of our resource person, Mr. Umesh Zadav and Ms. Nidhi Sachdev, where both the principals, that is from Marathi medium, it was principal Mr. Anand Dhoni, and from English medium, Ms. Meeta Gawande attended all the sessions. Now, if I have to say, Mr. Anand Dhoni even mentioned that this session and after the sessions, attending the morning meetings acted as a tonic for him. How this helped him? It reduced his stress relief medication. He emphasized on being connected with the content and exploring within helped to bring about a positive change within himself. I have one more example. One of a notable outcome I can say from the workshop which we have done, it was just for 3 days, but still the impact was very good. It was with one of my supporting staff who attended the morning meeting again after this workshop and listened to the content. His behavioral change was evident to everyone. Friends, teachers, colleagues all remarked on the transformation, attributing it to the influence of universal human values. When I reflect on my family members, here I can say our relationship has also improved. It has evolved over the years. I could react emotionally when my husband did not complete the task, assuming he didn't care. Now I understand. His priorities were different. He would appreciate by doing things in a different way, by showcasing things in a different way, trying to focus and bring contribution or happiness towards me. Now, with things of learning within oneself, I could understand that things have changed and the conflicts between us has reduced to most of the extent. And my husband often remarks how the bond between my daughter and me has grown strong over the years, attributing this positive change to my journey with UHB. Now, if I have to talk about my daughter, with time, where I used to only respond, or I should say, not respond, react. My strictness was there. Now I calmly sit, I listen to her. There is an understanding. Now, it did happen. Earlier, we didn't have so much of communication, but now, if there are certain issues, I try to relate those with the concept of universal human values. What examples we hear, I try to relate, respond in a way, help her to understand the things. Things becomes much more easier for me. Now, when it came the time for me to leave this job, the campus and return home, my husband said something which really touched me. This time, you have developed deep relationship, which is why everyone is feeling sad. They are crying because they will be missing you. At that moment, I could really see the love and affection from all my teaching, non teaching, supporting staff as I prepared to leave the campus. Now, this bond was possible because of the right understanding and feeling I cultivated over the time. This helped me to foster the meaningful relationship. I'm really grateful for the experience as it has shown in me the value of continued self development. And it is not an end, it is a progress which I need to keep on learning and help me to work on the relationship also. This is my way of exploring the things. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita ji. It was really great to hear you. So, like, as you said, the right understanding, the right relationship, all this has helped you bring harmony within yourself. Harmony has become an innate nature within you. That is the reason all that relationships, be it in the family or at the workplace, you are able to develop. And that's how our UHV family is growing. So it's not just about your family, but our family.
Our family,
That's how,
we can say now.
that's how
Right,
we are
from being
growing.
individual person, now I have a huge, a larger family when I can say I have people. Earlier it
Yes.
was only me. Now I have many people I can depend on still.
Yeah. The thing is, that's what the sharing and bonding we bring in with UHV, because
Very
it's not just about just the sharing, but it's the emotional feelings. It's the feelings that with which we are bonded together that is bringing us on one platform, because
very
all of us are towards creating, having harmony within ourselves. When we are harmonious within ourselves, then only we can bring harmony in anything we do.
very true.
So truly, it's inspiring to hear you, Dini.
Thank
Thank you so much for your valuable time.
Thank you.
If Akbariji also wants to share her experiences, we are open to hear you also, Didi. Akbari Jahanji, you're having mic with you. Truly, it's inspiring, like how we transformed, and when we transform, we don't even realize when we start with the UHV journey. Personally speaking, like recently had a experience, like when I started with my ME first, this semester classes started. I had one of my student, he came and he was very tensed and he was sweating very much. I said, okay, from where did you do your BE? He said, I have completed my BE. I was a 2012 batch, passed out in 2016. So, okay, you are from the same college, then I might have taught you. Yes, ma'am, you were my teacher, was his response. And I said, okay, be comfortable, be cool and all. I was trying to pacify him. After 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like initially I was a very strict teacher and I also had a tag of Hitler. So that's how I was. And like over the time with after UHV, I'll say that there was an exploration with me. And now I spend not just the lecture, but I give a 10 minutes time to discuss about life skills, and in general discussion, I give it time. So after 2 weeks, when we were having this general discussion for 10 minutes, then the student came forward and he said, "You are the same ma'am whom I knew during my batch in BE. I've seen a lot of change in you." And like when I went back to the class, to my friends, I called and all of them said, "Yes, that strict ma'am only is coming again for you. So how will you bear?" So he said, like, but you seem to be totally changed. And the way he responded gave me immense pleasure. I can say that. I can say this is continuous harmony, which I can say happiness. And like he came up separately and he said, like, I have certain issues and I feel like you can guide me. And he said, like, though he completed his PE in 16, worked, and now he's pursuing his ME, he has developed certain bad habits. So he approached me asking, how can he come out with these bad habits? So I felt very happy that, yes, it's not about him transforming or leaving the bad habits. Yes, what I used to think that a teacher should be only to teach, but UHV made me a learner. And in this learning journey, I learned to transform myself and I'm still a learner. So in the very first class, I tell my students, I'm here to learn. Let's learn together. So I think this is what is a gift of UHV to me personally. Thank you.
जी
That's my
जी
sharing.
जी जी इशरत जी बहुत ही सही या वेरी नाइस इट इज रियली फॉर वी ऑल थैंक्स जी
Thank you so much, Priya. Yeah. Jyoti ji or Ritu ji, you want to share your experiences of UHV? We are open. Mic is there with you. Because still we are having the session open for 25 minutes still.
Well, I'm in room 2, so could not listen your sharing, Didi. So I have nothing to ask as of now. I just joined now, 2 minutes back.
I could not get your point.
I'm just saying that I entered room 2 just now, few minutes back. So I have not been able to hear your presentation. So I cannot ask anything as of now.
Oh, okay. Anybody else wants to share anything? Their experiences, their individual experiences. It would be nice. This is a platform wherein we can share our experiences and we can learn from each other a lot.
जी कुमार भैया नमस्ते here na since due to the time I think some panelists have now joined that's why Didi is asking we all to share for 2-3 minutes I also shared a few minutes early then Anita Didi yeah thank you so you entered just now so it is not the question answer she is asking something to share that's it thank you ji Kumar bhaiya
Sharing regarding personal development or
Personal development, Bhaiya. Individual.
ji
Yeah.
okay. So when I was presenting in the morning regarding the development that has taken place at AKTU, I shared briefly. So I am finding myself as an explorer of the content of human values. I can see very clearly that my basic aspiration is continuity of happiness and prosperity. 1 minute, I will have to close the door. So I can see very much that my basic aspiration is continuity of happiness and prosperity. And the more I'm exploring, I'm trying to see how the source of happiness can be completely inside without depending on anything outside. And the more I explore on this issue, I get some fresh questions. So I am presently trying to be a pure observer, not able to do much, but I'm trying to be a pure observer, trying to see the source of happiness inside, trying to work on my understanding and feeling, trying to see my body completely as my instrument, and trying to fulfill the relationship with the understanding of relationship and harmony, not based on any preconditioning or sensation. I am trying to fulfill all my relationships in such a way that I'm able to ensure justice in all my relationships. I'm also finding that, yes, this is somewhat difficult to do at times, because every moment you are evaluating yourself, every moment you are working to develop yourself. So this becomes somewhat very tedious also at times. So I'm trying to do that. Successful to some extent. With this clarity, I'm getting a clear vision of my program ahead. I'm getting a clear vision of the education that has to be given to the students, the way the society can be transformed. I can also see how so many challenges, issues across the globe can be addressed rightly when people start working for right understanding. I can see that the international conference has a huge possibility. In fact, a good initiation has taken place, because earlier we're not getting many participants from abroad, but through our personal contacts, we contacted, and we have more than 100 participants now from abroad. And I think in the time to come, this team is going to be bigger, and we have bigger roles to play. We have bigger responsibilities. So we have to plan our life like that. In fact, this could be the mission of life, that uh, so long as the body is working properly as an instrument, we are able to work for humane society across the globe, for an undivided society. To whatever extent we are successful, that will be satisfying, because ultimately the source of happiness is inside, not outside. The outcome may be outside, but the satisfaction that you gain is inside. And the satisfaction is not out of the outcome, it is out of the sincerity and the commitment that you feel inside. So for that, each one of us has to work and keep working. It is somewhat at times just like walking on a razor blade, okay, not falling on either side. So if you try to go precisely as we are proposing, it is just like walking on a razor blade, right? Every moment observing yourself, every moment evaluating yourself, feeling guilty also when you are not up to the mark. And that happens quite many times in a day. So I can also see that it takes time. For example, let's say if I am into this explorational process for last 25 years, okay, and those who are getting introduced anew, so they will also have, you know, to take so much of time, or they will also require this much of time. So I don't know how much conduciveness is going to be there in the time to come, because on one hand we are trying to work at the development of consciousness of the human being, but on the other hand we can also see many driving forces. The technological advancements are somewhat also putting up fresh challenges. The natural organization of society, the family, the lifestyle of individual, it is all getting disturbed. So to what extent people are able to walk on a razor blade, right? That will depend much on their own sanskar and depression. So that also comes to me many times in my imagination, that what is the program ultimately when so many things are challenging the regular programs. So that is also there. But of course, in the basic aspiration is happiness, right? And people, once they start observing the difference between continuity of happiness and temporary happiness, so they would like to work for it. And since the resources are limited, right? So the society also cannot move in the wrong direction for a very long time, because the sustainability will be at stake. So they will again have to take charge, and they will again have to rethink over the modernity, the practices in modernity, because how long it can be sustained. We can all see that the gap between the haves and the have-nots is growing day by day, isn't it? In spite of so many technological advancements, people are still struggling for basic amenities. So that kind of thing is also there. The family setup is breaking up. So we have to make the education very effective. So on one hand, we have to keep on working for being as much as possible as a pure observer, trying to understand. On the other hand, naturally, we have to participate at whatever level we get the opportunity. Presently, education is our opportunity. In the time to come, we'll have different sections, different dimensions of society also as an opportunity. So we'll have to extend our responsibilities much, much more. So given the limitation of time, I'll only share this much. Thank you.
There is no limitation of time. I are still here. 15 more minutes to end, because it's always pleasure hearing you. As said, as educators, we have the more responsibility on us. We are the torch bearers wherein we can bring about the change, because education is a powerful tool which has to be used to change that, bring in the transformation from a materialistic perspective to a holistic perspective. This understanding is possible when we not teach just the skill education or the technical education, but technical education with value based, that is, with ethics, and make them understand the importance of human values. Then only we can have this universal human values, which are rational, verifiable. I think that's how we have to work together. And this is just a beginning, though it you and yourself had a beginning long, long back. We are just starting, and it's a beginning for us, and we are on the journey. Thank you so much, Kumar Sambhaji, for sharing your experiences also.
Thank you, Didi.
So it was good to hear from everyone. And it's good that Prashant ji, Anita ji has also shared their experiences. And we will be looking forward to hear you even in our final conference. Thank you so much for joining this session.
Thank you. Thank you, Didi. Actually, I joined because I was not having the role there. So it was free time for me to I joined. But you also told it is the sudden question for you. But really, as shared by the Kumar Bhaiya ji, it is the thing you should be ready always. And that is we got this input from the UHU only. So with happiness, you can do this all. Though there is my no role, but since I am volunteer, I can do all the parts. So that's why I could do this. And no sooner Kumar Bhaiya ji entered, so he was not knowing whether the question to be asked. So I explained. So very nice. We can hear him. And
I thought some individual sharing has taken place and I have to ask some question.
no. That I got. So it is again the effect of UHV. So we can understand each other now, really. And there is no higher and lower. This means Europe means that what that post, creed, caste, what we are calling. So this is really seen here. So we all here for the happiness only. So thank you. Namaste. Namaste.
Right.
Akbari ji
Yeah,
has
Akbari ji, yeah, sorry. Akbari ji, you have raised your hand.
Namaste
Over
सभी को.
Namaste.
जी दीदी, I was trying to type something in the chat, but it showed chat disabled, so I couldn't share anything when you raised my name. Am I audible clearly?
Gee, I think in that case you have to be make by the tech team panelist. Then it was with me also.
Okay.
But no sooner Didi announced my name and I was panelist. So then I
Okay.
can on my video and all the things.
Perhaps I had missed. Yeah, because I wanted to state that there has been a little disturbance at my end there.
No,
So
no issue.
yeah, so Didi, I would like to just share my perspective regarding the personal development through
Ji.
UHV very shortly. So
Yeah, 2 minutes, Didi. Can I request Aditi ji
Sure,
or
sure,
Anil
sure.
ji to make Akbari ji the panelist so that she can on her video and join us live? Anil ji, can you make
Request
Akbari-
is sent. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, welcome Akbari ji. Yeah, you can switch on your camera too, so that we can see you.
Yeah, camera, Didi, I can, but the thing is, it may disturb the audio because I'm at home now.
Okay, we are all at home.
Connection.
No issues, no problem.
Yeah.
If you're
So-
feeling any internet connections, then you
Yeah,
can switch
internet
off.
disturbance may be there because I can see the tower network, no? It is
Yeah.
not so high.
No issues.
Am I visible now?
Yes,
Ji, it
you're
is
visible and
Yeah.
you're audible also. Didi.
So
Please go ahead.
with your permission, I'll just switch off the video and proceed with my sharing.
Yes,
Will that be okay?
please. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so I've often thought about personal development as a journey, a process of growth and self-discovery that stretches far beyond acquiring new skills or achieving external success. For me, a real personal growth comes when we align ourselves with the deeper universal values that shape not just who we are, but how we interact with the world around us. So these values, honesty, compassion, integrity, respect, unity, for that matter, responsibility, they all serve as the guiding principles for developing our potential, full potential as human beings. So, honesty is without a doubt one of the most powerful values in personal development. I have found that the more honest I am with myself, the more clarity I gain about what I truly want in life and the kind of person what I want to be. For me, personal development starts with self awareness, understanding my strengths, my weaknesses, the areas where I want to grow. Being honest doesn't mean telling the truth to others. It's also about being truthful with myself. It's easy to deceive ourselves into thinking we are okay when we are not, or to avoid confronting uncomfortable truths. But when we choose honesty, we build what do you say, our self-trust, which is essential for making empowered decisions and moving forward in life with confidence. And one of the values that has profoundly shaped my own growth is compassion. It's not just about feeling sympathy for others. It's about genuinely understanding their pain and offering the kindness without judgment. I've realized that when I practice compassion, not only do I create stronger bonds with others, but I also deepen my own emotional intelligence, which I think is a must in today's lives. So and integrity is also another, something which I strive to practice every day, though it's not always easy. To me, integrity is about living in alignment with my values, doing what I say I'll do, even when no one is watching. So it's the internal commitment to be true to myself and my principles, even when faced with challenges or temptations that may try to pull me off the course. So just, I think 30 seconds more, Didi. I want to say that one more highlight one more for humility regarding this, because this is one quality which I have found a little bit around these days. Humility is a value that has helped me maintain a growth mindset. I have learned that no matter how much I know, there is always more to learn. Humility allows me to acknowledge that I don't have all the answers and that I can grow through my mistakes, experiences, and feedback as well. So, for me, personal development is more than just achieving goals or improving skills. It's about becoming the best version of myself through a commitment to living with integrity and embracing the universal human values that connect all of us. Thank you so much, Didi. I hope I have maintained the time. Maybe 1 minute more I have taken.
No, you're on
Yeah.
time, Vipin. That's
Ji,
very
ji.
nice to hear you.
I
Ji.
have
As you
just one
said,
question to
Yes.
So
Ji.
have you been able to attend any workshop online or in face-to-face mode on human values?
Sambhav Bhaiya, I have completed UHV 1, UHV 2. UHV 1 I completed last December 2023, UHV 2 March 2024. And at present, I have enrolled for SWAYAM course taken by you actually, UHV
Yeah,
3.
okay, nice.
Ji, ji.
So presently you are teaching somewhere also?
Bhaiya, I am currently serving as Assistant Professor of Physics in Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology, Arunachal Pradesh. And I am the coordinator of UHV cell of our institute.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Ji, ji,
Thank you. Just
ji,
wanted to know.
ji. Thank you, Bhaiya.
Ji.
so as a UHV coordinator, you can transform many more lives. So looking
Yeah,
forward for
I'm
that.
doing my bit, Didi. I'm doing my bit.
Yeah. As you said, like compassion with emotional intelligence is something which is more important. And what I liked is the honesty with self. This is a great lesson on learning for myself, right? So honesty with the self is something which we say like we are having the self-realization. But being honest with the self makes a lot of difference. Thank you so much for that awareness. And as you said, your humility is helping in your growth mindset. I hope
Yes.
that will help you in achieving the prosperity further. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for
Thank
your
you. Thank you,
sharing.
Didi.
Thank you so much. So it was good to hear the institutional sharing of Mass Barcelona College of Engineering and Technology, wherein they have discussed about how their UHV self has progressed and how their outcomes are targeted, like to have a reduced screen time, time management, and anger management, physical health, relationship, feeling, and understanding the true meaning of prosperity. So these are some of the outcomes which they have focused and they are working towards it. And accordingly, they are encouraging the students and faculty to attend more and more FDPs so that they can have the awareness. So I wish that Basileus College of Engineering and Technology soon becomes a nodal center in their region so that much more awareness can be created within that region. I thank the principal Vishwanath ji who has joined to share the institution progress with respect to UHV, the work that has been carried out with the UHV. I thank Akbari ji, then Kumar Sambhav ji, Prashant ji, and also Anita Mani ji, who have shared us their experiences, how their journey was there during the UHV, and what is that individually has contributed. UHV has helped them in their individual growth. Thank you so much that you have joined us and shared your experiences. We look forward your joining in our other sessions, because after this we'll be joining once again at 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. for the panel discussions in different rooms, room number 1 and room number 2 for the panel discussion on vision for holistic education. Then room number 3, vision on holistic human health. And then room number 4 for vision on addressing SDGs at the root. So I request all the delegates and the panelists to join us for our further sessions also. Looking forward to you, not just in shift 1, but if possible, please do join us in the shift 2 also, because it's a learning experience, not just with the Indian delegates, but also with the foreign delegates. Thank you so much for your valuable time and presence. Thank you.
Thank you, Didi.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Namaste, everyone.
Ji, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.